Brand ketchup. Good price, but with a funky kind of aftertaste. So pick up Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil now for $2.99 a quart. The taste your car will love. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How.
General States pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer expires 8/31/16.
Geico presents Kathy, the Candid Real Estate Agent.
As you can see, this apartment has crown molding, and yes, that's a working fireplace. Can't you see yourself curling up with a good book? At least until a pipe bursts, and then you'll need to replace your brand new upholstered sofa. That thing will soak up water like a sponge.
It's hard to know all that comes with renting a home or apartment. That's why the Geico Insurance Agency makes getting covered for personal property loss and damage quick and easy. Visit geico.com and see how affordable renter's insurance can.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson with Verizon. Do you have teenage drivers or elderly parents that drive? I have what you need. It's the new Hum device by Verizon. Plugs directly into your car and sends alerts to your cell phone on the location, speed, and driving habits. And you set boundary alerts. You can call and speak live with an ASC certified mechanic. And if you have an accident and can't respond, Hum will automatically send for help. All this and more for just $10 a month. And if you're in Marion County, I'll even deliver and set it up for free. Call me 352-528-0020.
Are you ready to be inspired? Are you ready to hear a message of hope? If so, join me, William F. Stiles, inspirational speaker, live right here every Friday morning on WOCA, 9:35 a.m. Learn how you are amazing right now, today. Learn to see how special you are. Join me Friday morning, 9:35 a.m.
Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue, proud sponsor of Marion County High School football. Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala, proud sponsor of Friday Night High School football on WOCA, The Source. Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
WWOCA,
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Welcome to the Home Maintenance Show, sponsored by Ace Solves It All. Plumbing, electrical, solar, and air conditioning, Ace solves it all. And now, here's your host, Charlie DePari.
Hello, and we're here to help you take care of the critical components of your home, such as your air conditioning, your plumbing, and your electrical systems.
And folks, you can truly benefit from Charlie's advice. In the long run, your pocketbook's going to benefit as well. Let's talk about the big summer expense, Charlie, air conditioning.
Well, we're quickly moving into the summer season, as you can feel when you step outside the home. And your air conditioner is, at least half of your energy bill in your house. And you've heard the words, pay me now or pay me later.
Right.
Little things like changing your filter on a monthly basis. And I often ask people, when's the last time you changed your filter? And I hear that big pause, A dirty filter, how an air conditioner works is A fancy way, but it's similar in the long run to having a block of ice in a fan. Instead of a block of ice, there's a coil that the cold refrigerant goes through, and then clean air needs to pass through it. If you don't change your filter, that coil gets clogged up with dust and dirt and hair and all these components. So the air doesn't pass through it as quickly, which means the system has to run longer, changes pressures, it hurts your compressor. The largest reason for compressor failure is a dirty coil. And it can be avoided with good filtration, and as simple as buying a good pleated filter and changing it once a month. Do whatever you need to do. We all have phones now. You can set a date on it to remind you to change it. Do it the first of every month. Put it on a calendar. But a lot of people don't use calendars any longer. Everything's electronic. Or simply do it when you pay your electric bill each month. But some people, it gets paid electronically, automatic. They don't even realize it. But it's very, very, very important. And then doing routine maintenance. You all service your automobile, every 3,000 miles or 5,000, whatever. You bring it in and have it all taken care of. You pay more attention in most cases to your automobile than you do your home.
I agree.
And every day that air conditioner puts in more hours than your automobile. You need to maintain it. You can save a lot of money on your energy bill. And what if you didn't have to? What if you could postpone putting a new air conditioning system in for 3, 4, 5 years because you took it?
Right there.
We put in air conditioners pretty much every day, and it's not a happy day when we say, Mrs. Jones, I'm sorry. This thing is 8 years old, which is kind of young, and your compressor is shot, and you don't want to tell them from lack of maintenance, but that's what it truly is. And, you can either put a few $1,000s into this, or we can sell you a new system. And in most cases, they go to a new system because, most of the components.
Dollar for dollar, you're going to come out better.
But hopefully they now take care of the new system.
Right.
The new systems are much more energy efficient. You can get very high SEER ratings, which is like the SEER rating, folks, the minimum we can put in is 14 by code. That's the minimum standard, and we're a Premier Lennox dealer. We can put in anything, but we're a Premier Lennox dealer because we think it's the best product out there, and we can put in as high as 25 SEER. And they're rated the most efficient and quietest air conditioners in the world, and you can buy anything in between. But when you get up in the high SEER ones, from 17 up, Lennox has a patent that we can link solar panels to your air conditioning system. You can get a nice write-off. Not only that, the SEER rating then goes to the roof because big parts of the day you're getting the electricity from the sun.
One of the things that you mentioned is the increase that we pay during the summertime with our air conditioning running. And every month I use my power bill as a gauge as to how are we doing as a family. But the other part of it is it should never jump, at an enormous amount, unless of something.
You have a problem.
Yeah, something failing, and depending on how the power bills are paid at home, one hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing.
No, and then some people move into maybe a used home or something, and the air conditioner's in trouble, and the bill's always $400 a month.
Right.
When maybe it could be $150 to $200 cheaper with a real new system. And then for the people out there, and there's many, many of them that are low on refrigerant, they have a leak, and then you just have somebody come out every once in a while and add refrigerant. That's like driving your car around town, 2 quarts low on oil. A compressor is a pump. And what's going to happen to that when it's low? Number one, it has to run longer, it burns itself out, and it's going to use much, much more electricity.
And it's very often the case. People say I'm just low on Freon, and that is a mistake, a big mistake,
and
because it's not going to fix itself.
And for most parts, it's still a ton of the old ones out there with R22 refrigerant, which we're phasing out. And one of the ways they phase it out is they jack the price up on that refrigerant. It cost us a fortune for a jug of that. Per pound is very, very, very expensive. The new stuff is 410A. It runs on higher pressures, and it's more friendly with the environment.
Well, it makes sense for people to convert over, and as people install new air conditioning, they're going to be well set. You spoke a lot about maintenance, and I want people to know about the ACE Family Value Plan. Explain to them what the ACE Family Value Plan is.
We offer this. It's a type of a service agreement that we maintain the three major components in your home: electrical, plumbing, and AC. For AC, we come out and we do 2 tune-ups a year, spring and fall, basically. So you're ready for this summer season and the next season when we need heat. Because, folks, when you have a heat pump, which most people do in homes, in apartments and so forth, some people have what we call straight cool. It turns into electric heat in the winter. But you're using that system either way all year round. So you have to take care of it. So we come out twice a year. We check 20 to 25 to 28 components, depends what type of system you have. Make sure it's clean. We check all those components, the capacitors and the relays and so forth.
You drain the line.
We drain the line, which is,
that
very
causes many
important
problems.
because your line is going to back up, I was just talking to a customer on the way to the studio, and his line backed up. That's why his unit shut down, And, it had a float switch. It's a newer home. It's a year and a half old. He's never did anything to it. It's a buddy of mine, and when he called me about a week ago and he said his system wasn't cooling, I asked him when's the last time he changed a filter. His house is a year and a half old. He's never changed a filter.
Ouch.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people like that. But we check all those components, and then electrical, we go out once a year. We check all the connections in your panel. We make sure everything is safe in your home. We change the batteries and your smoke detectors. And for all these different services we do, you get a 15% discount when we do any repairs, and you'll know about the repair before we would ever do it. You'll know the price up front. Plumbing, similar thing. We go out there, we locate where the main water valve is. We make sure it works. We check all your other valves. We'll change up to 2 conventional flappers in your toilets because water is harsh. It eats them up, and water is expensive. Take a look at your water bill. Take a look at the sewer bill if you have
Which is twice as much as the water bill, right?
I don't understand why it costs twice as much to throw it away as it does to buy it, but I'm not a politician either, but I find that hard to believe. Years ago, we didn't pay it for the sewer bill, but we do now. They invented
It's a crappy business, I tell you.
It's a new tax, But this way your house is safe, and make sure people are amazed. They have aluminum wiring. They didn't know it. They have the wrong type of plumbing, polypropylene.
That's scary right there.
And
not knowing that with all the danger of electricity and homes that burned down, and the people never knew they had a bad panel, they had bad wiring, all these things, and just day in, day out living.
You'll be amazed what we find when we open panel covers, from rodents to unsafe wiring to things done wrong size breakers and so forth. And, these older homes, so many people have had their hands in it. Sometimes it's the homeowner or the previous homeowner. That's why it's important to have a good home inspector before you buy a home. And
I've seen you post pictures of the crazy things that people do.
When you think you've seen it all sometimes, you say they couldn't be anything else. And
but it's dangerous. They're living there, and they're setting themselves up for disaster.
And the smoke detectors are very important. The manufacturers only vouch for their smoke detectors, no matter who it is, for 10 years. After 10 years, they have no guarantee that they'll work. And when you push a button on a smoke detector and it makes noise, that does not mean it will work in a smoke condition. Because we test them with a canned smoke. And we've tested detectors that make the noise when you push the button, but when we squirt a can of canned smoke, it doesn't go off. We change the detector, put a brand new one up, squirt the smoke at it, right off. How you'll know, folks, if your smoke detectors are 10 years old, because this is a safety item, rule of thumb, when you look up at them in the ceiling and they're yellow in color, they're old. The plastic's changing colors. But most smoke detectors come down with a quarter turn, and on the back of them there is a date. And if that date is 10 years from today, before today, it's time to change that detector.
There's a tip.
The combination CO detectors, carbon monoxide and smoke. They're all only vouched for 7 years for some reason. Different electronics in there. Very, very, very important.
Folks, there's a tip from Charlie that we can all use and keep our families safe. What Charlie has described as the ACE Family Value Plan, it covers your home's electrical, air conditioning, and plumbing for a full year. This plan sells for $289.95 for a full year. What Charlie's agreed to do on the show is make a special offer to you. We like to talk to people that are interested in maintaining their home, and so Charlie goes out of his way to make special deals for you folks who are interested in home maintenance. Again, the ACE Family Value Plan sells for $289.95. But on this show, we're going to make a special offer for the first 10 callers. You'll be able to get the ACE Family Value Plan covering electrical, plumbing, and air conditioning for $139.95. But you've got to be quick. It's a radio-only offer, and I'm going to give you the number to call. So grab your cell phone, get ready to dial. Here's the number, 877-223-2968. Again, 877-223-2968. That's for the ACE Family Value Plan for the low price of $139.95, a $289.95 value, and you're going to receive 4 visits, 2 for air conditioning. And by the way, these are different techs. These are not jack of all trades. So 2 air conditioning visits, a plumbing tech will come out for the plumbing inspection, and then an electrician for the electrical inspection, and they will go through your home and talk to you about everything and point out any problems that you may have, and also help you plan. If you have a number of things that need attention, they can show you how to space it out over time. And another thing that I think is great, Charlie, is that you offer financing.
Yeah, we take credit cards and we have third-party financing that give good rates, but it's always cheaper to maintain something than it is to react to something. And, everybody's air conditioner, for example, is going to fail. It's a piece of equipment.
It has a life.
But if you take care of it, no different than a car.
Right.
If you take care of it, it'll last longer. There's normal parts that wear out. But let's say you got a bad capacitor and you don't pay attention to it. That can end up giving an early death to a fan motor or to a compressor, which is big money, because the newer systems, they have electronic type of motors. They have inverters in them that run on DC. Part of being efficient, they've gotten fancier in how they work, and they work really well. They pull more humidity out of your home. But maintenance is cheaper in the long run. And a little thing that I mentioned we do with the plumbing visit, for you people listening out there, where's your main water valve in your house? If you had a broken water pipe, where would you go? Most people don't know. We help them locate that. And you can flood your house out very, very quickly. Another thing, we check your water heater as well. Our lovely insurance companies have come out with a difference in their policy that has been there a little while now. If your water heater is 10 years or older and it leaks and damages your home, like if it's in a closet or something in your home, if it's in the garage, it's going to probably run out of the garage, not the end of the world. Unless that's a finished room now, we find some of them. But any damage it does, if it's 10 years or older, it's on you, folks. They wrote that, in mice type in your policy. And
10 years goes really fast.
Yes, we talk on the radio sometimes about roofs and other things, and everybody thinks they put on a roof just a couple of years ago when Charlie came through. Well, it's 2016, folks. Your roof is 12 years old. It's on the downhill side of being wore out.
Isn't that amazing when you think about it? What type of disaster we went through and how many years ago that is now.
We all talk like it was a couple of years ago. Who went through it here.
Well, because we experienced it.
And I hope we never experience it again. It's okay by me.
Amen. I'm there. We were out without power so many weeks that year. I want a rebate somewhere or something. It's like, how can I get that back?
That don't work. But
you mentioned water heaters, Charlie. There's been tremendous improvements in water heaters and how, the different types that ACE installs.
A year ago, April, the energy code changed, and it part of the things it involved a lot of things, but water heaters. So our water heaters now, the conventional tank is more efficient than the old tank. One of the ways they did it is more insulation. So in diameter it's bigger, in height it's bigger because they put more insulation on it. So if you have that small closet where it's tucked in with a shoehorn, an old one, and it's a certain size, you may have trouble with the newer one, may have to be relocated or go to another tank. There's tankless as well, both electric and gas. Gas is the most efficient. But an item that is out there, been out there for a while, we install a lot of them, is a hybrid water heater. It's basically a heat pump on top of a tank. It costs more than a conventional tank to purchase and install, but it requires half the energy as a conventional
So
water
over
heater.
time, you're going to save money.
You're going to save a lot of money, and it's quiet, and the offshoot of it is it dumps cold air into the room it's in. In most cases, it ends up in a garage. It works really, really well. And then, of course, you got solar water heater. I have solar water heating on my house. I've probably had it for close to 10 years now. Time flies. But I get free water, free hot water, and I've got it for years, which is great. But if I had it to do all over again today, I might put a hybrid in. It's less expensive. It's certainly energy efficient, and I don't have to put any holes in my roof.
But like everything else in Florida, that we have shorter time limits, and water heaters are really an overlooked. You just walk past it in the utility room or whatever, and the outside, hey, it looks great. It's clean.
One of the problems here in Central Florida, and the reasons the water heaters don't last a long time, is our water is rough. It's harsh.
Yep.
And in my opinion, everybody should have a water filtration system. Because it eats up your appliances, all kinds of things. And at ACE, we do water filtration as well. We have some great products for that. But water filtration will help if you have copper pipes. One of the reasons the copper pipes cause a problem and we end up doing repipes is because of our water. That same copper up in other states lasts for years and years and years, Some people say it's the lightning, but it's truly our water.
It makes a big difference here in Florida. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and make the special offer one more time. What Charlie has offered to do is take the ACE Family Value Plan, normally $289.95, and they sell this plan day in and day out. You won't find this offer on Google or on their webpage. You will find a description of the plan and the $289.95 price. On this radio show, we are making a special offer for an additional 10 callers that can get in when I give out the number. But here's the deal. You're going to get the $289.95 ACE Family Value Plan that covers your home's air conditioning with 2 visits, plumbing, and electrical for a full year for the low price of $139.95. That's right, less than half price. $139.95 for an entire year, covering your home's AC, electrical, and plumbing. But you've got to dial the phone quick. So grab your cell, and here's the number, 877-223-2968. Again, 877-223-2968 for the ACE Family Value Plan. And Charlie, I've got a humorous question. I know you know the answer to it, but what's that spigot for down at the bottom of water heaters?
Well, it's there so people can flush their water heater, and
which is something like changing the air filters. Is something you never do. Something you never do.
There's a few people out there that do it religiously, but they're very few.
Tell our listeners why. People don't necessarily know why.
They don't know why. They don't know how to do it. Number one, we have people from time to time. Most of our water heaters here in Central Florida are electric. Sometimes they do more damage because they don't shut the power off and then flush the tank, drain it. As soon as those elements get in open air and they're not in the water, in a moment they burn out. And we get the calls, now I have no hot water. If you're going to do that, there are steps to do it. First of all, shut the power off and open the relief valve, open the tank, and open a couple of faucets so you get air into the system, and then flush it out. But there are water heaters that have so much sediment that you can crack that valve open, it won't drip a drop.
Because it's all chunk.
There's all minerals.
How many guys does it take to carry one of those out?
Let me say this: they're a lot heavier on the way out than they are on the way in. The new ones are, they have no waste in them. You'd be surprised how many minerals are in our water. And sometimes we'll take them outside and nothing's come out. We'll break. It's got water in it still. It's heavy. We'll take a hammer and break the valve off, and the people can't believe what comes out of it. Same thing with the drain line on your air conditioner. We vacuum that out and blow it out. The stuff that lives in that.
The science project inside.
It is a science project, yep. I think if you leave it there, it'll get up and walk away.
Folks, we've been talking about energy savings and advancements in air conditioning and water heaters on the Home Maintenance Show sponsored by ACE Solves It All. And ACE is on call 7 days a week, 7 to 7.
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day for emergencies. But one of the other things about that ACE Family Value Plan is if you buy the plan, you will have 24-hour coverage at no extra charge. Obviously, there's an upcharge for people that don't have the plan at 2 o'clock in the morning. But if you have the ACE Family Value Plan active, there is no extra charge for you. And quite frankly, you go to the top of the list and ACE takes care of you because you're a home maintenance type person.
And Jerry, we very rarely get breakdowns from our ACE Family Value Plan members because we've checked their system.
You've already been there and taken care of it.
And we've showed them what's going to fail, and if they choose to fix it, they won't have a problem.
All right, one last chance. If you want to get in on the ACE Family Value Plan, normally $289.95, this radio-only special, $139.95, covering your home's AC, plumbing, and electrical for 1 full year. Here's the number to call, 877-223-2968. One more time, 877-223-2968 for the ACE Family Value Plan at less than half price, $139.95, covering your home's air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. You've been listening to the ACE Solves It All home maintenance program. We appreciate you listening. If you want to learn more about ACE Solves It All and the wonderful service, go to acesolvesitall.com. Thank you for listening.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Delta Airlines has started to get planes back in the air again on a limited basis after a computer glitch grounded flights worldwide.
But it's warning passengers there will still be delays and cancellations. A power outage in Atlanta is being blamed for the stop. Delta is waiving fees for rescheduled travel within a certain time frame.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. An investigation underway at a Kansas City, Kansas water park after an accident on a water slide billed as the tallest one in the world in which a 10-year-old boy was killed.
Our rides are inspected every day, actually. And our rides are inspected by an outside party at the start, before the season starts.
Schlitterbahn Water Park spokeswoman Winter Prosapio. The boy, Caleb Schwab, was the son of state lawmaker Scott Schwab. A breakaway faction of the Taliban claiming responsibility for a suicide bombing at a hospital in northern Pakistan that killed 63. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Napa know-how.
Not all store brands are created equal. For example, when you buy Napa brand synthetic motor oil for $2.99 a quart, you're getting a quality product for a great price. Unlike buying store brand ketchup, good price, but with a funky kind of aftertaste. So pick up Napa full synthetic motor oil now for $2.99 a quart. The taste your car will love. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer expires 8/31/16.
Geico presents Kathy, the Candid Real Estate Agent.
As you can see, this apartment has crown molding, and yes, that's a working fireplace. Can't you see yourself curling up with a good book? At least until a pipe bursts, and then you'll need to replace your brand new upholstered sofa. That thing will soak up water like a sponge.
It's hard to know all that comes with renting a home or apartment. That's why the Geico Insurance Agency makes getting covered for personal property loss and damage quick and easy. Visit geico.com and see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spribbin reporting. Coming up this week, August the 9th, a twilight tour at the I.C. Terry Farm in Lake City, Florida, to look at peanut varieties. Peanut specialists will be there at 5:30 p.m. in Lake City. August the 10th, coming up, the Cotton and Peanut Field Day. This will be at the Southwest Georgia Research and Education Center. That one in Plains, Georgia, starting at 8:30 a.m. August the 11th, coming up Thursday, the North Florida Peanut Field Day. That's at the North Florida Peanut and Education Center at Marianna, Florida. Starts at 8 a.m. Field tours and will end with a complimentary lunch.
The region's peanut crop is well on its way, and growers know pegging time is critical in the crop's development. To Senator Curley's regional representative, Ed Lowndes, travels the southeast region more than anybody we know, and he says TKI's Crop Vitality product line has what it takes to maximize quantity and quality of your peanut crop at harvest time.
At pegging time, ask for CATS, calcium thiosulfate, 0.06% calcium, 10% sulfur, the most soluble form of calcium you can apply for your peanuts during pegging time.
A crop nutrient expert here in the deep southeast for many years, TKI's Lowndes offers some specific reasons peanut growers should consider CATS and other TKI Crop Vitality products for lasting impact all season long.
Gives you quality peanuts, early maturity, helps fill the peanut pods, helps eliminate pops and sheds at harvest.
And Lowndes adds, it's simple to learn more. Just contact your supplier and
ask for it by name. CATS, TKI Crop Vitality products.
Peanut stocks and processing has been issued by USDA. This is the 11th month of the marketing year. Some good news for peanut usage. In June was another positive month. Peanut usage up 7.9% for the month and now up 3.8% for the year. The amazing figure is the sudden increased use of peanut butter, up 16% for the month compared to June of last year. I'm Tyron Spribbin for Southeast AgNet.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency, such as a hurricane or tornado, official messages would have followed the alert tones. WOCA serves the Marion County area. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Who doesn't love heading out on the boat with a family, hitting the ATV trails with friends, or blazing new stretches of highway with riding buddies? Your toys are your ticket to outdoor fun. At the McDonald Allstate Agency, we get to know you and help make sure you have all the right coverages. Plus, when you bundle your coverage for your car and your home with your boat, motorcycle, RV, or more, you can save up to 30%. So call the McDonald Allstate Agency today at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations at Calla Hills or the Jasmine Square Plaza.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again. man.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express.